Time lucky, live at 5. Right, see if this works this time around. Second time lucky. Welcome back to Robertson Co. Welcome back to London. Another live jewellery making session. Tonight, we're mixing things up a bit. I still need to make a lot of sterling silver T-bar pendants and charms, but I thought we'd do something different tonight. I'm working on some gold wire. I melted some gold in a live stream a few days ago. I made one of these ingots. I made another one separately. I'll give you a close-up of these. And what I need to do is anneal these. So these started off as an ingot. We peened them, and then I've been progressively they started off at 7 or 8 mil. They're down to about 4 mil now, and getting progressively smaller. These are actually going to be used to test out the rolling mill I've got, which is a full-length video coming soon. I've just got to film the finale, so I'm going to share with you how we anneal these. That humming noise you can hear is the micro welder, which you can't see down there because these are getting, up until this point, these have been fine just using the little micro torch, but they're getting long enough now where I might need the extra oomph of the micro torch and the micro welder. So heat them up to a dull red. I'll turn the lights off in here. I'll turn this bench light off so you can see the glow of the metal, and that's really how we gauge the temperature, is by the colour. So as you can see, they kind of, when they've been in the pickle, they're kind of not bright yellow, they're kind of matte satin, quite light. They almost look somewhere between yellow gold and white gold when they're pickled like this, but yeah, it is yellow gold, but it will glow yellow. It will glow a dull red, and I'll hold it there for about a minute. I then let them cool down. I had some issues with, because we're going to quench it in the water while it's still hot, and then it will go in the pickle. I had some issues with silver, where it was literally, I was quenching them too soon, I think. They were red hot, I was quenching them in the water, and it was almost like, a bit of an exaggeration, but like when I was rolling it was like wringing out a sponge. Like, I think whatever porosity or whatever was present was absorbing the water when it was going in there red hot, and yeah, it was causing bubbling and blistering. So now I don't quench them immediately while they're still red hot. I let them cool down a little bit, not too much. They're still going in the water hot, but not red hot. Caused issues. I think that was one of the issues. There's very little literature about wire making in any extensive detail. So anyway, let's get this hot. This one will probably heat up with just the micro torch, but we can speed things up. We'll get it up to temperature using the 2 torches, and I'll just hold it there for a while using just the micro torch. The longer these get, the more kilowatts you need. You'd think it would be the same with them being the same weight, same amount of metal, but it's not. The longer the piece of wire, I guess the greater the surface area, presumably. I don't know if that's, in theory it should be just the same thing, isn't it? I don't know if that's true or not. I guess it's true. The more power it takes to achieve and maintain the temperature you need to get this dull red. Cherry red, they call it. Right, that should do us. It should be nice and soft. Now I need to quench in the water, but as I was saying earlier, I don't put it in when it's red hot. I let it cool down. It's still going to be a few hundred degrees, but I let it cool enough. Because like I say, I had issues with it not gold so much. I had issues with silver taking on board water. And then when you rolled it out, you would get water coming out on the mill, which is obviously a problem. But also it would blister. Never found any information anywhere about that happening, but yeah, it happens. Right, next one. Yeah, if you don't do this when you're making wire, so every few passes through the rolling mill, we have to do this to soften the wire. Otherwise, first of all, it starts to sort of bend like a banana shape, and then it starts to crack. It gets harder. The more we work it, the harder it gets. So every few passes through the rolling mill, we have to do this to soften it, and then we rinse and repeat. Back through the rolling mill. Work hardens, anneal. Right, that should do. Just let that cool down. That's it, quenched. I think the problem is when you stick it in there, you get it boiling. And that's when it starts taking on water. Right, that is how we anneal. Same process, whether it's gold or silver. I'll turn the microwave off. But yeah, I have to do that all they will need doing every half a mil. So we're going from about 7 or 8 mil. That will go down to, on the rolling mills, down to about 2 mil. Maybe 1.5, 2 mil. And every about 0.4, 0.5 of a mil, we'll have to anneal it. So you do the maths. And then once we go onto the draw plates, from say somewhere between 1.5 and 2 mil down to 1 mil, probably about 2 mil down to 1 mil. It's every 2 or 3 holes. And you're looking at about, which is probably about 0.1, 0.2 of a mil. So that in itself is 5 or 6 probably minimum annealings. So yeah, it's something you just have to constantly do to avoid cracking. Right, I'll see you in the next one. Probably more T-bars in the next one. Toodles.